And it's surprisingly nice up in here. Honestly, never know what you're going to find when you're up in these places. As you can see here, the ground is offset, and this offset continues quite a ways up the hill. And this is because the ground has subsided. It's not normal to see tree roots sticking out like that. And I'm standing on a clay-rich zone. There's actually clay fields up through here that I'll show you shortly, and they have some nice zebra stone in there. But yeah, this whole ground I'm standing on is actually slumped down. It doesn't mean it's going to slide, but it is probably compressing into the clay. Yeah, you see a lot of clay in this area. What's really cool is you got obsidian, or what I'm calling zebra stone. Some of this stuff comes out really beautiful. It cuts nice, polishes nice. We just continue up along the path. I tell you, it's always uphill both ways. And brushy. Okay, we're there. Again, be very quiet. We're hunting monster thunder eggs this time. So this is the scene I saw when I first came up here. You have a cliff over there that's collapsed. You can see all the debris down there. And you have a huge collapse up there. But in between, I first walked up here and I saw what looked like a little cave. And inside that cave is where the monster thunder eggs are. But what's really shocking and amazing and euphoric is somehow at the base of this cliff there's a hollow. And in the hollow we have it filled with baby blue bubbles, extended bubbles, as you can see. Actually quite phenomenal. Absolutely spectacular stuff. The place that keeps on giving. This is the reason I'm here. We're after these amazing thunder eggs that have a blue-violet tone to their color. Quite pretty, really bubbly texture, really interesting looking critters. I believe the color comes from the mineral selladinite with a C, and it is described in one of the scientific papers on the geology here that there is a vent not too far away, so probably the source of this lava flow. Now these, I believe, are flow-stretched thunder eggs. So thunder eggs are scientifically described as lithophasy, and I found one report on flow-stretched thunder eggs, which are therefore flow-stretched lithophasy. They form while the lava is still flowing, so the gas bubbles growing, being stretched out as it flows, and then the fluids come in later. But one of the problems with the flow-stretched was when you cut them across the face like this. I didn't cut that; that's a natural break. But when you cut them across the face, they're actually fractured because of how they grew. So I've been experimenting with coming into the sides to try and get some of the jasper gemstone out. And it's actually working out quite well. It's an unusual color. I haven't seen anything like it on the market for that color. And even some of the rhyolite can be cut and polished. Forms really nice patterns, orbicular patterns, stuff like that. So. Now, believe it or not, I am finding these things to 31 inches long and 150 pounds out of this little hole in the ground here. And I haven't been able to find anything in the record, in scientific record, of anything this big. So if any of you have any ideas as to exactly what these are, please leave it in the messages below. So now I'm going to get changed and try and show you how I dig one of these out. So hopefully we are successful. I'm actually going to crawl under there and try and get one more out. Alright, so I'm going to do some clearing in here and let you see if I find anything. beautiful slimy mud pit. Actually, hopefully you can see there's one right here. Part of one anyway. It's just a section of a big one. Nothing like playing in a slimy mud puddle, eh? And these are naturally fractured. It's not worth trying to get them out and restore them or anything like that. They've actually shattered, possibly under the pressure of the hillside. And one of the problems is they're so big it's hard to get them out complete. Got to clear some more rock out of here. I've done some research on what these things actually are. There are flow stretch lithophase, I think from Oregon or somewhere down in that area, and they are called axiolites. So these could technically be called axiolites because they are flow stretched, but they are gas bubbles. They're in a rhyolite, therefore they're lithophase. They're flow stretched, therefore they're flow stretched thunder eggs is how my mind works. I don't think I've ever seen anything, I've never read anything about flow stretched thunder eggs of this size. If any of you have any ideas of what this actually is, please leave a comment below, and it'd be nice to hear from you. Nothing like a little excitement. Brighten up the day. I need to stop doing that. Perhaps you didn't hear me. There you go. Alright, I got most of the rock out of the way, and now I'm going to try and dig in that goo pit, and hopefully I pull out a nice thunder egg that's actually big enough that I can get it out, or not too big that I can actually get it out and show you. So, wish me luck. Alright, so I got most of the rock out of the way, and now I'm trying to dig in the mud and clay at the bottom, and there is a big thunder egg at the back, right there. Quite a long one actually, but I may have already taken the end of it off, unfortunately. I'll see what I can do for getting that out. It looks like I've just hit one that's not connected, so I'm hoping it's a smaller one that I can actually get out of here. Everyone likes to play in the mud, right? So I'm just getting to a thunder egg here. It doesn't seem to be connected to this big monster. I'm hoping it's smaller. I can get it out to show you. Go that way. What else are brand new gloves for but to get dirty? Stop flowing back in here, you're mucky, gooey. Because it's so soft, it's actually easy to work around. You just got to be patient. This is so much fun. And just think, there's nothing here that can hurt me. Time to get done. I was gonna say pull it, Chewy, but it just popped out. I won't complain. Oh, there she is. About a 20-pound thunder egg. Complete. That's pretty sweet. Blue violet coloration, and this isn't stretched out much. This is just a bulbous one, but the one there is a couple feet long. Well, we got one out. Everybody can see. Now I can go back to being safe. Well, we got a thunder egg out. That was pretty sweet. Really happy to get that out, just to show you what it's like trying to get these things. It is not pleasant. It is a really steep overhang, and I was way down in there. Let me just show you from a different angle. Just to show you how far in it was. It is quite significant under here. Definitely don't feel safe. This could come down at any time. So anyway, it's been fun. We'll show you some of the longer specimens once I get home. They're just so cool, these things. Just love getting in here and getting these out. It was just a really special find, and I really think it's time to get out from under here. Well, here's a look at the thunder egg before it's cleaned, when I just dug out. We'll clean that up and show you when I get home. And of course now I have to carry it down through the woods. And look, I'm even dirtier than I was.
Hi, welcome back. We are so excited to be here and being able to show our new specimens off.
We are so incredibly lucky because we're not just going out to sites where people have been before and picking quartz crystals out of active mines, anything like that. We're actually finding new sites, new material that's never seen the market. And it's such a thrill to be able to go out there and find these things. The first thing we're going to show you is the bubbly rock that Olena was finding so much of. And just this on its own is, these are amazing specimens. You can see there, beautiful texture, color. And what's really cool is within here is actually where the gemstone is. And sometimes you see the bubbles on the surface. At depth, these bubbles have formed as well. That's what gives you the orbicular pattern that we see in these incredible specimens. And this was the piece of pie that I risked my life for, banging onto the cliff. Just don't tell Krista what I was doing. So, but again, this has you can see the blue right in there. That is really a gemstone that people absolutely love. This color. We've been showing our specimens to some people lately, and they're just going nuts over this color. So we're quite excited about that.
Absolutely.
So also at the bubbly site, as I said, we had some really nice rhyolite. This is a piece of the rhyolite that Stefan was holding, and you can see the colors and the texture, the orbicular pattern. Even it's got bubbly rock on the surface. Absolutely stunning material. This will polish nice and make a really nice gemstone.
And this is an idea where you can make some beautiful
cabochons. So that's our first attempt at making jewelry. We haven't got there yet, but you can see on this little piece here we have a nice little blue orb and orange staining. Everybody seems to want to wipe the orange off, but it's actually part of it. It's a unique color between the blue and the orange. We don't see that very often.
Oh.
So it was Krista who actually found the first thunder egg at this site, and she wandered up the hill a little bit, and that's what this is here. We haven't ever cut it. She won't let me cut that one. It's her special piece. So.
Yes. I like to go on walkabouts and explore while he's mining.
Yeah, and because she went on that walkabout, it actually led to us finding the monster thunder eggs. So.
Absolutely.
So here's another one of the white shelled thunder eggs. They're calling them white shell. There's a blue druzy quartz inside. And yeah, that one. That's one of my favorite pieces. It's actually a black shell with blue druzy. Let me take it right up there. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I haven't found too many like that.
And the outside is also just as beautiful as the inside.
And last but not least, we're finding lots of black bubbly rock at the bubble rock site, the first part of the video. And this does cut and polish. Comes up pretty nice. Doesn't have a lot of contrast in here, but just the bubblies and the texture that you see there, it's just amazing. It's just a natural, amazing formation. So in the second part of the video, you showed you how I dug one of these guys out. This came from under that cliff, along with all the other specimens that we're going to show you now. But first, I wanted to show you something that Krista found.
Absolutely.
We're calling that zebra stone.
Zebra stone.
It's a beautiful jasper and obsidian, and it has nice contrast. And I traded a piece recently to a fellow, and he cut it, and it was actually blue and black, and he sold it instantly to the first person that saw it. So he was pretty excited about that. So, and it's just part of the potential at this site. So when we get up under the cliff of the Thundereggs, here's an example of how big they are. This one's not terribly pretty. I've been trying to restore it, but it's 18 inches long. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen anything like that. If you have, please leave a comment, and I'd like to talk to you about that, because we have no idea so far. And but they're not just Thundereggs, they actually have the gemstone on them. And Krista has a beautiful pumpernickel colored gemstone there.
Honey, pumpernickel is bread. This is periwinkle.
Oh, right.
Periwinkle's the color, pumpernickel's a bread.
It's all the same, it's the color.
Not the same.
She's better at color than I am. But that's a fantastic gemstone. People are absolutely loving that.
Yes, we so love this. The great interesting fact is actually when Jack first cut this and polished it, he didn't think it was anything special, and he showed it to me, and I instantly connected with it and I loved it. And everyone else he's showed it to, they absolutely love it. It makes it so crazy to think that so many people, they see something and it doesn't seem of value to them, but others absolutely love it. So with rocks, it is like art. It's very subjective.
Good point, yeah. One thing to note is that this is a GoPro 10 camera. It takes great photographs, but the color I'm having trouble with when I'm adjusting the camera for a film. It doesn't actually show the colors as well. So this is actually really nice blue. I don't know if that's showing up so well, but this is that piece I showed you in the picture of. And that's a Thunderegg where I've ground the surface, where you can see the fractures coming on the side, and you can start to see a much better gemstone there. So this is the one you saw me dig out. You saw it took about an hour to remove the rock, risk my life under the cliff, and crawl on my belly and dig in the mud and dirt. And this is what I pulled out. So it's about 20 pounds.
This man does a lot of crazy things.
But have a look at this one. Oh, that's 57 pounder that I dug out of the same hole. And Krista has some smaller ones over by her. That one came out with this one the same time. They're absolutely incredible. So they're full of a gemstone if you come in on the sides. And have a smaller one there. They come out rusty. They come out of a really orangey clay. And you see the one back here with this one reminds me of the pods from Aliens, where the aliens are going to hatch out of. But you can see the fractures on the surface. But it's still a beautiful piece of pumpernickel color.
Periwinkle!
Yes, okay.
This one, you can actually see a lot more of the blue coloring, and it's quite the beautiful specimen.
Anyway, we've been very blessed to be able to find all these incredible specimens, and we're happy to be able to share that with you. You're seeing some material that's never been seen before by anybody else, so hopefully you enjoy that.
And again, this is our furry mascot, Mr. Zaria, who also does not like the rain.
Yeah,
so now we're going to head inside.
She had to catch the cat, so that's what took so long. That made it rain. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed, and take care, and see you next time.
All right, see you next time.
11 days I had a little rest. Never ever gonna be second best. Dreaming and talking, a little walking. Keep on keeping on, no stopping. Mother Earth